Oh, hey, I'm so glad you could join us at the park today. I was just about to ask the boys, did you know that there is a house that orbits Earth every 90 minutes where your toothbrush tries to float away, and when it's time for bed, you get taped to the wall inside your sleeping bag?
Oh, you're talking about the International Space Station.
That's
really
right.
Stay taped to the wall?
Let's find out. Today, we're going to visit the International Space Station, find out who's living there, how they're living there, and what they do all day. Follow me. The International Space Station, or ISS, is a giant science lab and home in space, orbiting about 250 miles above Earth. It's moving around 17,500 miles per hour, which means it gets about 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every day. And it's not small. From end to end, it's about 356 feet long.
That's about the length of a football field with the end zones.
That's right. But here's the wild part. It wasn't launched all at once. It was built in space, piece by piece.
That's like building the most biggest Lego set in space.
Correct. The first piece launched in November 1998. It was a Russian module called Zarya, which means sunrise. Then, over the next several years, more pieces arrived until the ISS was finally ready for people.
When did people start living here?
The first crew arrived in November 2000, and people have been living on it ever since.
So who lives on this floating space house?
Most of the time, 7 people live on the ISS at once. Sometimes more during crew handover when one group is leaving and the next is arriving. There's usually a mix of NASA, Japanese, European, and Canadian astronauts, plus Russian cosmonauts. The ISS is basically the world's biggest group project, run by partner space agencies working together.
That sounds like a super team from different countries.
That's exactly what it is. Right now, Expedition 74 is the active crew on the space station.
Who are they?
The current crew is Mike Stinky, Zena Cardman, Kimia Yu, Oleg Platonov, Sergei Kurshov, Chris Williams, and Sergei Mikhaev.
How long have they been up there?
They arrived on December 8th, 2025, and they'll leave this July in 2026.
What do they do up there? Do they have jobs?
Well, on the ISS, people have roles like a team on a ship. There is a commander that helps lead the crew, keeps everyone coordinated, and makes sure the station stays safe. Flight engineers are the fix-it pros. If something breaks, air filters, computers, toilets, exercise machines, flight engineers troubleshoot it.
That's what I would be.
Because space has plumbing problems too. Everyone aboard the ISS does science, but some crew members focus heavily on research and running experiments that can't be done the same way on Earth.
Do they just float around all day like human balloons?
Nope, they work a lot. A typical day on ISS is packed with 3 big categories. First, science. The ISS is a microgravity lab, great for studying how liquids move, how materials form, and what happens to the human body when gravity isn't pulling it down the way it does on Earth. NASA uses these lessons to prepare humans to go farther into space. Next, maintenance. This is an all-day, everyday need on the space station. The ISS has over 350,000 sensors watching its health, and a lot of systems to keep running, like power, air, water, computers, and sanitation. And finally, the don't turn into spaghetti mission. Exercise. In microgravity, muscles and bones can get weaker, so astronauts work out for about 2 hours a day to stay strong.
Get to the part where they float around all day. Yeah, get the part where they get taped to the wall in their sleeping bags.
Okay, here we go. They sleep in very small sleeping quarters, kind of like cozy phone booths, usually strapped into sleeping bags so they don't float around.
Whoa!
And the food is carefully packaged so crumbs don't fly around into the equipment. And their drinks come in pouches, because an open cup would just turn into a floating blob.
That's so strange. How did they use the bathroom?
Well, if you think that's strange, the ISS has bathrooms, but it uses airflow instead of water to help aim and move waste into the system.
Space is amazing, but really weird.
And here's a fun detail. The station systems recycle water and other liquids to reduce how much has to be sent from Earth.
Wait, does that mean they drink their own pee?
Yes, and the recycled sweat.
Gross!
It's a process vital for long-duration missions. The ISS purification system is a closed-loop water recovery system that reclaims nearly all wastewater, including urine, sweat, and even condensation. This system is crucial in that it makes resupplying water from Earth less critical.
So the International Space Station is a rotating team of astronauts and scientists from different countries. Usually it's about 7 at a time, moving in a science zone that races around Earth every 90 minutes. And they drink their own pee.
Yes. And they run experiments, maintain a giant machine, exercise to stay strong, and study how humans can survive farther from Earth than ever before. Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure on the International Space Station today.
I'm really glad he came along. Mom, can they take one of our stories?
Of course, we were just about to take a trip to explore the sun to see what would happen if the sun ever burned out. Follow me.